Hello and welcome to Intuitive Life and Business Sparks, episode 30. It's time to tidy up. I'm so thrilled that I'm at episode 30 already, and I had many ups and downs during this half year already. And today's episode is about the time quality and the impulse I get about talking to tidy up. And by tidying up, I don't only mean the physical tidying up, but also and especially the inner tidying up. We caught our breath back after this very special springtime 2020. And the energy is getting lighter again. It's getting also joyful again. That's quite nice to have. And it's also a very big invitation to use this fresh energy and this also maybe lighter energy to tidy up. And tidying up is not meant in a strenuous, physical, hard way. We have been working on our topics, on our mindset, our consciousness, on so many things for so many years before that now it's only, it feels like a domino stone which has to be, which needs this small impulse, and then things go back into place. And I did a family setting 2 weeks ago. It's a systemic Familienaufstellung, it's called in German. I need to look up the term in English. And there you go and more or less talk to your ancestors and see what maybe you have inherited from them, also emotionally. And by doing this process, you give back their, well, whatever sorrow or burden or things which don't belong in your life, but in their life, you give them back lovingly. And you talk to them and you ask them to take it back because it's not serving in your own life. And you do that, as I said, lovingly, and they are allowed to take it back freely. It's not that we're going to force them to take it. And it was so interesting to feel that they were ready to take it back. And it was like this small impulse. It's like the wing of a butterfly, which is needed to have this triple effect, ripple effect. And to tidy up. And trying to describe this process, it's also like the stones or the small pieces of a puzzle or of a jigsaw or of a big mosaic picture. They go back into their places where they belong, and the picture gets whole again. It gets round again, which is the zero in the 2020 year number. Is also this wholeness, this oneness, and this this circle. I'm not sure that I have explained it correctly or that you can follow me. Maybe I can give you an example which is not too personal. Yeah, I mean, we looked at my ancestors up to 7 generations back, and of course, in these lifetimes, there was war, there were different life circumstances, there was a lot of hard work, especially on the women too, and also the roles, the female and the male role were very often mixed. Who had to be strong and who had had to take care of everything, who took care of the family, who was motherly, who was fatherly, and all this. And looking at these, it was like patterns repeating themselves over the generations. I could see that many things I had in my life, or many mindset things especially too, were coming from these ancestors, from the way they were living their life. And by visualizing this and realizing this, I was able to see and to ask myself, what is serving me now? And what is my role in my life? How do I want to express my role as a mother, as a woman, as a wife, as a human being? And what are the parts which are no longer belonging in my life, which are from these ancestors and are belonging in these times where they were living, and they don't serve now anymore because the world has changed tremendously, and it's just not serving anybody anymore if you keep carrying this bag of sorrow, or of roles, or of responsibility for these ancestors. And by making this process, you get back like your grace, and also a certain sense of freedom, and especially a deep gratitude for all their lives and all they had to, you know, go through. And also huge respect, and also this gratitude that I am alive because all these people existed. And of course, genetically, I'm still linked to them. That's why I could do this work with help from a coach. But I am allowed to live my own life in my own body, and make my own experience without these burdens. So it was a very special event for me, and it was very freeing. I felt really light the day afterwards. Of course, there were also times where I was maybe sad, or where I thought about the different people, which I didn't know everybody, of course, these 7 generations back. But we are living now in this world at this time to grow and evolve in our life. And all these ancestors, that's this gratitude. We are on this level of consciousness now because they did like the pre-work, they did all the other stuff for us to overcome all these obstacles. We have our own obstacles, of course, but we shouldn't, go back into victimization or sorrow or bad consciousness or something, just because their life was so much harder than ours. We are allowed, and they want us to thrive and to go for it, more or less. That's the message I usually get. And yeah, that's why tidying up is the topic of today. And that's the inner tidying up. That's your inner work, which you can do your own way. You will find tools or people to support you in this process. And that's another thing. You are allowed to get help on this. that's the beauty of this time and era, I would almost say. I think this digital era supports us a lot to find help and to connect to people who are able to support us on our journey. And I am one of them who is very happy to support you on your journey. It's time to tidy up. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for listening and all the best. Bye.